start 25th and 24th. So you give me 23 more heat races and I'll be up there.
Hey, good morning. Saturday out here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It is qualifying and race day. And it's cold. Man, it got cold overnight. It's about 42 right now. Ben's putting on my race tires for me. I'm going to scrub in the new set. They finally convinced me to do that instead of using my old set. And then for Ben, so my rears and Dad's rears are 210 millimeter rims. Well, this is a 6-inch tire. We stretched on this usually for Newcastle, and we've done it here this weekend. But courtesy of some good advice from friends up north, Canada, so we're going to go to a 180 millimeter rim, which is basically the size of the tire. So it's just going to, I think what it's going to allow the sidewall to do is work more than it does on the 210. So Ben's going to be bolting those on for the morning practice.
Grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place, see. Cause everybody wanna tell you bad things, what could go wrong, what fame brings. But success is a finicky thing, and if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't wanna let myself down, myself down. I don't have to plan it, I can go change my fate. You won't understand it, all alone, that's okay. People, I can't stand them, they don't want me to change. Keep me where I'm standing, and I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. I don't wanna let myself down, myself.
Here we are at beautiful Charlotte Motor Speedway. Rivals Newcastle Motorsports Park in ambiance.
The morning walk with Dad.
We're having a great time here at the Spring Nationals, and we I got down here on Thursday and practiced yesterday and got punched right in the nose. First practice for me, brakes didn't work. Two boys and I then for the rest of the time had trouble with grip, and then we're just searching for speed now, and it's coming slowly. But you know, it's one of those things where you make a long drive and you have a bad day, you wake up in the morning, it's a new day, the birds are chirping, the sun's shining, and you think, this is gonna be our day. But you quickly realize, you know, it's nice to think that luck evens out, but you know, the thing we're ready for today doesn't always happen. Sometimes fate punches you in the nose one day and comes back and punches you in the gut the next. So hopefully it's better for us, but we'll see. But the main thing is, you know, we're down here, we're doing it, we're having fun. So talk to you later. We had warm-ups. Dad, how'd you feel? Felt great. Felt great. The day is mine. Cannot be stopped. I am a train. We know who to blame now for Ben. Trains are not that optimism. I cannot be stopped though. What was your time? 50.5. I think it may have been a track record. Okay, he's not giving me much. So Dad ran a 50.5. He ran a
You don't
16.
get this watched.
I don't.
I laid the material out there. You're supposed to come back with the witty comments on top of that. I was the straight man. Good grief. Take 2. You must stick to editing.
Yeah. We're here at Spring Nationals, and really the question that's on everyone's mind is about to be answered. So we're heading up to the drivers' meeting. Will Ben walk away with the door prize? That is the question.
Nothing's gone right for Ben all weekend, except for this supporter right here. That's about it. Everything else that could go wrong has gone wrong.
Oh, that's...
I've never been more embarrassed in my life. That's the honest to God's truth.
Oh, jeez. Ben's mental game continues to slide after yet another disappointing draw for door prizes. Donnies and Maddie have joined us. They made the trek last night. What time did you guys get in?
A little before midnight, got Porterville.
Oh, nice. Very nice. And Donnies is reading up on the locale.
That's right.
Is that from the hotel?
Well, it is.
All right, everybody, back joined by the lovely Regan. She's made it out for her second year of Stahl Racing Camp.
Oh, hey, sorry. Didn't mean to blind you with this ring here. I'll just continue eating my tortilla.
Oh my gosh. All right, I think this is the one we used. Just so you guys know, that took like 10 tries because for whatever, I was like, oh hey, let's do like a little, it's actually her idea. Let's do a bit where I'm still eating a tortilla, but I have my ring on so everybody can see the bling. And I was like, okay, cool. So we did it, but every time the camera got to her, she got all of a sudden incoherent and couldn't remember her name. I really hope we show you guys those. She has indeed come back for another season with the Stahl team.
That's not much change.
You're the worst actor. You're the worst actor.
I'm not an actor, I'm perfect.
Oh my gosh. Hey everybody, I am joined with Regan. Ben here. I'm actually joined with the lovely Regan. She's made it back for year 2 on the Stahl Racing team.
Hey.
Hey everybody, I am joined here with the lovely Regan. She has made it back for another season.
Final preparations for qualifying. Just finishing up. Ben, what are you doing?
I'm going wide.
Widening it out. He's still sliding. So by widening it out, especially with these tires, or narrower wheels rather, he's actually taking it back out to the same width we run here with the 210 millimeter. But should add some stability, if I could say stability. Should add stability to the cart and help them a little bit more.
All right, it's qualifying time. Ben is so excited.
Yeah, that's exactly the word that comes to my mind right now. I'm excited to do more subpar driving.
That's the confidence we know and love. Casey's being optimistic. Are you ready for qualifying?
I am. I'm excited. I mean, I honestly think we have the speed. I think it's been some circumstances working against us, so that's the optimist in me. We'll see for real.
Yep, and Tad's already up there. We're ready. Woo!
All right, so qualifications are over. Pleased as I can be. You know, I was down in the 49 3s or 4s, somewhere in there, and probably a second faster than what I've been, and put me at 14th. Bad thing is you can put a hula hoop around those between 14th and 18th, but in front of me it's even too, so could be a little congested at the start and maybe throughout the whole race. I've been so slow I haven't been able to run in a pack, so we'll see how that goes. A little worried about the gear not being strong enough, but I'm going to stick with where I'm at in the first race. Hopefully we can get through it and maybe move up a little bit and get ready for heat 2, but real pleased after qualifications.
So after qualifying, Dad got 14th, which is great. Kacy got 5th and Ben got 8th. Don't think Ben is like super duper happy about it, but I think that's great considering yesterday they were in the 20s. So since we just arrived this morning, I was unaware that their group had been split into 2 and that they were in the slower group. So getting 5th and 8th in the slower group was not prime, and then after the fast group went out. They ended up 20th and 25th. So less than ideal. I have one grumpy brother and one brother who's chill, but that's pretty normal for me.
Qualifying just ended. I'm not happy. I'll just go ahead and say I was 25th out of, 26, might as well have been. I was faster than very few people out there, and I hate it because my fast lap was my first one, so the 2 and 3 were basically a waste. I felt good the first lap, right? And then everything just went sideways. Like all of a sudden I'm sliding and doing all these things the first lap, like in the warm-up, the out lap, like I felt great. I was reeling people in and stuff, and then about 2 turns into lap 2 is like, the slide's back. So good thing is we'll lower the tire pressure some and get back that good feeling. And I mean, the best news is really full speed is not that much faster than I was running. It was just, I know if I could have kept the momentum from my first lap on and continued to improve like I should have, then I would have been in that top 15 at least, which still is not where I'd like to be, where I feel like I should be, but just given the way things have been, it would have been awesome. But we at least I've at least felt good, right? For a lap, I felt good and I felt dangerous, and that's more than I can say for the rest of the weekend. So I've got a couple people around me who honestly are pretty quick too, have been putting down good time. So if I can just hook up with them and stay clean, I think there's going to be some carnage in the first heat or two. So if I can just stay clean and keep moving forward instead of backwards, we should be in decent chance to have an okay finish. But it's been frustrating, been one thing after the other. There's a little bit of hope because at least I felt good and wasn't sliding like I have been all weekend for a brief moment. So just gotta make that the entire race rather than just one lap, and we'll be all right. Stall out. So I got these shirts here, right? Now before the weekend this seemed like a good idea because I was always the most talented of the three of us, right? I was the best one, so I was like the talent, also like the eye candy stuff like that. Like I have a lot of different stuff, but the talent is what Regan went with to make the shirt. I mean, basically I chose, but the talent, I want to live up to that so that Mrs. the talent doesn't leave me for some other dude.
Yeah.
Sitting here after qualifying, missing Sarah and Finley, and actually, so they stayed behind, just a long trip with Finley, and getting back late on Sunday, so they stayed back. And then of course little guy, first time ever, gets sick, first time ever throwing up. He's 3 years old. It broke my heart not to be here. So thank you, Ben, pointing out the dad wasn't there. That broke my heart. He's feeling better now, but then now his mama got it, and she is feel terrible. I'm here racing and she's there sick and taking care of Finley. So honey, I'm thinking of you. I'm sorry. I really hate that for you. Hope you feel better soon. Of course this video is going to be out after you feel better, but so qualifying's over. They split it into 2 groups. We went out in the slow group, and show you here. So this is race monitor. Okay, what's that? 1 2 3 4 5 5. Oh wait, now that's finishing. There's time. That's what matters. Darn it, the other one's a lot better to look at. All right, so I ran 48.6, which was good enough for 20th. But if you scroll up here, I mean, if you look into these times, it's not much. We're talking about 3/10 to the top 10. So it's close. And looking forward to some racing. Try to move forward.
That's why she's here. Flaunt it, flaunt it. We've practiced. Show it, show it. No,
Oh, my shirt.
We've been practicing. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that string.
So we're heading down for the green flag. Optimism abounds. Gotta love the guts of the guys standing between the 2 rows of karts. Squirrely start, a little banging, and I am able to pick up 2 spots, and I'm thinking, wow, this is gonna be it. Coming off this turn, I get a good run on the 158, think about taking a shot, and I don't. I never would have another chance. So, but I really probably couldn't have made that stick. One of the things you can see here, this sweeping turn at the end of the long straightaway, I just butchered it. Usually for the first couple of laps, just pinching it down inside. And here we've got a group of cars, and I think I'm going to be able to make a move maybe if they get into it, and then I get freight trained by a couple of them, which was kind of the nature of Charlotte. You got to watch it, because when one gets by, it seems like multiple cars will get by, karts will get by. And so here again, just another example of this turn. Got squirrely. Tony from Newcastle, a good friend of mine we race with, is able to get by, and he was quick all weekend down there. Really happy for Tony and Todd, and it was fun racing with Mike Wells. Mike struggled a little bit. You'll see him coming into the picture here in a minute, because he's going to take advantage. 08 here, I had a chance to get by him and didn't, and he was having some kind of an issue, and Mike takes advantage of me there on the inside. And so I think a lap or two later, the 08 pulls off, and Mike and I are able to get by him. But you know, you can just kind of see part of it was driving, part of it was grip of the kart. A lot of corners just kind of seemed like it would slide then bite, or just never really got it all dialed in. But here I was able to get a good run on Mike heading down the back straightaway. Got a good entry into that corner, and went to the inside here, and again, look at that. Just not a thing of beauty, but I was able to make it stick.
All right, starting pretty far in the back here after a rough qualifying effort, and my whole mindset coming into this race was like, hey, make it past the first couple laps, like there's probably going to be a wreck. So I took it pretty easy here, and also just wanted to get a feel for what the kart was going to be like. Definitely felt best early in the race, but I just wanted to take it easy until I kind of knew what was going to go on, and hope to avoid a wreck, which I assumed was going to happen. And there it was. Kart obviously turning around backwards and coming across the track like that's super scary, so I just want to stay clean of it. And then kind of got into something of a groove there. I ultimately was never really too fast, but just tried to do everything I could to hang on to a couple spots, get a few guys when I could. It was just my exit speed coming out of these corners was not great. I was just so unbelievably gripped up, and it showed. I just had nothing coming out of corners because I wasn't free. I wasn't gliding. I was sliding, but not like in a good way. I was so tight that I actually was sliding, but did everything I could to try to make up some spots and charge towards Kacy. Really, that was my goal, was to try to catch up to Kacy. So had a good little battle with Nick the entire time. Honestly, the entire weekend was with Nick, but as you can see, getting inside of Kacy, that was kind of a big motivator. Also, good move by Kacy there. I know we had talked about it a little bit at the time, but it was a good move on. I think it was Jesse Clossy right there, the O2. And I was able to squeak by, of course, with it, so Kacy helped me by there too. But at this point, it's just, oh, hey, I'm going to catch my brother. Like, that's end of discussion. I'm going to go get Kacy. And then Nick was like, I got a great run. Come on. I'm going to go ahead and try it. So thanks, Nick. Couldn't beat my brother because of you. No. But this was a good little battle here. We actually go too wide through, I think this is turns 11 and 12 here. And I was able to hold off Nick and keep the position somehow through all the handling problems. And then on the last lap here, you can see I take that pretty narrow there through the hairpin just to try to avoid Jesse overtaking me. And unfortunately, I still fell just a little bit short.
Going to try something new here by doing voiceovers over the race. So let us know what you think in the comments, if you like this or if we should go back to the old way of doing it. So I started 20th in this race, got off to a clean start. We'll go 2x2 through the first handful of corners. Now, right here, I'm going to get into the 16, and I apologize, man. I don't even remember that happening. I think because of this, right here, that kart coming back on track. And I get it, he kind of had to because of the tire barriers, but it caused some chaos, man. Luckily, the track's like 300 feet wide, so I was able to avoid it. So pushing the 615 here, he's going to kind of get checked up by these karts here. And so then right there, I tap him and I give him my momentum. I've got no business doing that right there. No business. Way too late. Glad it didn't hurt him too much, but I paid the price as I should have.
lost 3 spots here because of that bonehead move. And I'll kind of try to battle back on the 338 here, but it's kind of in vain because he's got the inside line there. So tuck back in. Then on the straightaway, the 02 pops out, passes me on the inside. So I tuck in behind him and I'm just pushing him. I'm going to take this corner like normal. And out of nowhere, this guy comes barreling in. And I get it. He was a lot faster than I was. I just had no idea he was coming. So here the next lap, he's going to pass me here to the inside in the hairpin. And then there's Ben, who I thought might get to my bumper and we could work together, but I don't think he ever did. So here the 18 goes the inside. 02 loses momentum. I say, I'll try it. So I go for it. I was actually pretty happy with that move. So then came up on the 76, who had been in some kind of incident because his bumper there was dragging on his tire. So pass him, end up finishing 21st. I actually lost a spot, but it was still a fun race.
I just felt slow coming out of corners, and there was some sliding, but it wasn't like it had been. Like, it was much improved. It was a lot better than it was, but it's just like, I don't know. We're gonna go ahead and investigate some stuff, but it was tough, and this whole weekend's just been brutal. But oddly enough, I have been having some fun, like, because I think it's more of like, ever since our comedic failures this whole weekend has started, it's kind of like a, oh well, might as well just kind of deal with it and enjoy it. So I've certainly been frustrated and stuff, but like today I think has been a little bit easier and better, and just kind of like a, hey, let's go out there and mess around. We're one-trick wonders anyway, you know, we just one-trick Newcastle and that's about it. So we'll get back to the home court sometime and hopefully not still be this slow. My goodness. It's just not been our weekend, you know. Even the Bulls in the 90s got blown out every once in a while. So this is Michael Jordan signing off.
So in this heat race, you know, it was about as uneventful as it got. We had a good start here, nice clean start, and everybody held their line. Following Tony here, got Mike to my left. Mike gives me room, and I'm able to pull in front of him. And really, I don't want it to be too anticlimactic, but this was it. This is as good as it got. Started 16th, finished 16th, saw about 6 laps of the 610 bumper, and there you saw another nice turn early on. Now I can tell you they weren't all like that. I didn't stink every single time through that corner, but I did enough, as you've seen the video evidence. Thought about taking a look inside of Tony there. The hairpin was not a good corner, and you're probably now wondering which ones were, and I'd have to agree with you. I don't think there was any corner that I ever really felt like I mastered, but I did feel like I wish I had one more day. So, you know, we started 16th here, finished 16th, and we were ready to go racing in the final. Just wish, you know, I'd had a little bit better, because I dropped off the pace and lost several kart lengths to this group. That was it.
All right, heat race 2. Started pretty far back in this one. It was kind of similar game plan, like, hey, I'm just gonna, you know, make it through the first few turns and then really kind of go hard. So definitely left a little space here just so I didn't, you know, get caught up in something. I'd have a little bit of time to react. But I actually want to point out Nick here going 3 wide on the bottom and getting by. Great run on Nick, great move, and then he's able to hold this going onto the backstretch. So good move by Nick, great start there. Unfortunately, it came at the cost of me, but it was a good move. This whole race, I was doing everything I could to just kind of move forward instead of moving back, but unfortunately it seemed like I was getting past. The only real reason that I think I was moving forward at all was because of some carnage stuff, but it also didn't help. It seemed like whenever I'd want to kind of draft up and catch somebody, it was just like, hey, I need to make this move now. So there wasn't a whole lot of bump drafting that I recall. It was just kind of like people trying to make moves now, which is fine. But we just didn't, you know, never had like a teammate or anything to work with to move forward here. So I get overtaken here, but I think I end up getting the 29 and Nick and the 112 both back right here. Just they get a little wide, and I was able to take advantage of it with a little speed, but I just wasn't ever really able to hold the speed coming out of the corners here. But you'll notice Kacy, he's in the blue 2 karts ahead. That was my marker. I was just trying to catch him, and I think I would have done it, but again here, they go for a pass here, which is totally fine. And you can even see my handling issues just on the wheel. I'm all over the place and not able to do what I want to do. So that was a tough struggle that I had to deal with. And then from that move, me losing a lot of momentum here, Jorge Ruiz comes up from behind, has a good run on me, and I give him a nice little wave trying to get on the vlog, his vlog there. But he's able to get by me, and I was with him, but unfortunately, right here in the hairpin, I have to defend, and it ultimately cost me the chance of getting him back. So yes, Jorge did finish ahead of me in this race, so that's a bit unfortunate for bragging rights purposes, but it's not unexpected. I just kind of felt like an anchor out there.
Alright, so here we've got Heat Race 2 with your boy Kacy. I started 21st. This race is kind of hard to watch. I mean, just brings a lot of disappointment. I was very disappointed in how I drove in this race. So right here you're going to see a guy get punted out into the rocks, and those are rocks out there. And so he sent some fly and get hit in the arm there. I was able to get around him. And then here's probably the only time I was able to hold someone off. Because for most of the race, and most of these quote-unquote highlights you're going to see, it's just me getting passed a lot. So here's the start of it. It popped to my inside. The kart was sliding still, maybe worse than it had previously. It's a flat slide through the middle of the corner. There we got 2 karts past me, able to weasel my way in there. So here's one of the mistakes that I made. Just getting ready to turn in, I tap his bumper, lost my front end and my momentum, which set me up to get past here. Here's 1 kart, and that's 2 karts. Oh, and we got 3 karts. Oh, a 4th try-in. I think I'll be able to, yeah, just 3 karts get by me here, squeeze back in, but didn't take long. Here goes the 02. Gets around me. The kart was, like I said, it was sliding. Now that it was sliding bad there, that's just because I entered way too late. So here's a scrum. This guy had lost his momentum, the 76. So just try to take advantage of that. Go to his inside in the hairpin. Temporarily pass him, and I say temporarily because right here coming up to the white flag, he goes to my inside, and what was definitely the most disappointing thing for me is coming up here on the straightaway. So I'm sitting in 22nd right now, and I have the opportunity to pass this guy. I can send it to his inside, but instead, nope, boop, little bump. Just disappointed I didn't try to make that move. So finished 22nd in this race, not great.
I've never been more disappointed in my driving.
When?
My racecraft, I've never been more disappointed.
In yourself?
It was self-pathetic.
Oh, bummer.
Came up spot after spot.
Hey team, it's been a rough day. It's been a long day. You can tell. I'm exhausted, physically, mentally, emotionally. It's just I'm just drained right now. I don't know. We're day 3 in Charlotte. Really day 2 of actually track stuff, and we're more lost than I think we were on our first couple sessions. So never a great sign. But tomorrow's the big one, the important one. So I tell you what, 20 people find their way into the grass tomorrow, and we may be in contention. Even then, we'll need some luck. So, but we appreciate you guys for watching these videos regardless, because we're just having good fun. I think that's what I realize is we're just having good fun today. This whole weekend, it's been fun. Everybody here that made it. No Katie or Sean. What else is new? Well, Sarah and Finley, I give them a pass. They were sick at home, and I know if that freaking kid, if it was up to him, he would have been here driving the things. He would have done probably better than us too. But we appreciate you guys watching, liking, sharing, and most importantly, subscribing. We want the Stahl Racing bank account to get really big, so be sure to click on all the ads you can. Send this to your friends and spam. I want you guys like banned off of like Facebook and stuff because you just hit that share button too much. Or we can start making controversial content too if that'll help. So, but thank you guys, we appreciate it. Regan, trying to do a sign off here. Thank you guys. Peace.
It's a slight vlog extension because here at Charlotte they're running these oval carts.
They're really cute.
And Maddie thinks they're really cute. Yeah, I'm sure they all appreciate
They have
that.
windshields.
But yeah,
And dogs.
they run on this here oval. It's actually pretty cool. So, getting ready to watch it.
On the real track.
Okay, so we came to see the other series that's here at Charlotte. Pavement Oval Series. I've actually never seen an oval kart run. We'll check these dudes out.
Okay, here's the flag.
Alright, yellow lights are off.
Go side by side. They're single file.
Single file.
Holy crap, these things go, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, they do.
Oh my gosh, this is scary. This isn't cute anymore. It's scary.
Oh my god.
Those things move.
I can see how they could get damaged.
Maddie, would you say they're still cute?
I mean, they look cute doing it, but
can you imagine it? Like, that wall comes up really fast. Oh my gosh, man. Those things are legit. That's pretty crazy. That'd be fun to try.